Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to show you guys how to get this super trendy fox eye makeup tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm still using soft ochre. And I'm just going to use my fingers to apply a nice even coat all over my lids. So for this look, I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario palette because it has a lot of brown tones. And I'm going to try to keep this look a little softer. So I'm going to start off by using the color Miami, which is this one right here. So I'm going to take Miami and I'm going to place this all over my lid. So I'm not going to be using too much of this color. I just want a nice base for my eyeshadow. But as I'm applying this, I'm making sure to wing it out. That way it extends and opens up our eye a little more. And then for the brow bone, I'm actually going to take this shade here, which is called Decade. Actually, I'm not going to say the names because this thing, the sticker in the back confuses me because it says that on this side it's bronzy, but this doesn't look bronze to me. So I'm just going to use this bone colored shadow right here. So I'm taking that color and applying this on my brow bone. And then I'm going to bring it down to meet with the soft brown shade. Okay, so for this next step, I'm actually going to start with my liner. A lot of people like to do this last, but I feel like it's faster to do it before. And I'm using Dipdown by MAC. This is just a brown gel liner, so whatever eyeliner that you have at home, or you can even use eyeshadow. But I feel like using the liner, it's a lot easier to smoke out. So I'm just going to take a little on the back of my hand. And I'm going to use a MAC 266, this is their synthetic brush. So to map out a liner to make sure that it's straight, you want to make sure that you're looking at your face straight in the mirror. And you want to go where your bottom lash line and your top lash line meet, right here in the middle. This is where you're going to want to pull it outwards and you're going to want to pull it out straight. So, sorry, I can't see from that far. So I'm going to start off by dragging my eyeliner out. So from here, I'm just going to drag it and attach it to my lash line. And I'm not going to take the eyeliner all the way in. I'm only going to keep it about, this is like 2/3 of my eye. And as I get closer, I'm also making sure that I'm keeping the line as thin as possible. And again, your liner doesn't have to be perfect from the beginning. You can always fix it later. So I'm going to keep it like this. Whoa, what the? Okay, so I'm going to keep it like this for now, and I'm going to take a little shader brush. This is a MAC 231 brush, and there's no product on it, but at this point I'm going to start to diffuse the eyeliner. And you want to do this pretty quickly before the liner dries and it sets, because then it's a lot harder to diffuse. And now I'm going to take the same color that I used on my lid, which is the middle shade here. And I'm going to take this pencil brush by e.l.f. and I'm going to use this to blend out the brown. So next I'm going to go into this dark brown shade right here, and I'm going to take the same brush, the 231, the flat brush, and I'm going to pack this on right on top of where I applied the gel liner. And then I'm going to go back into my pencil brush and that same lid color shade and buff this out one more time. So I'm going to take my gel liner and I'm going to draw my liner again. So at the bottom, I'm making sure to use the tip of my brush to make sure that the line is straight. But when I get to the top and start connecting it, I don't want it to be a straight line because obviously we did all that blending. So I'm going to take my brush and glide it like this. I don't know if that makes sense. But by doing this, you're actually blending it out as well, which is kind of weird. And also I didn't take too much liner for this last part. I just applied a little bit. Now it's just all about blending to your preference. I'm going to take a little more of the two brown shades that I used, so the light one and the dark one. I'm going to go back in here and buff this out just one last time. This look is definitely a pretty easy look to do, but it takes a lot of blending, so if you're up for it. But honestly, once you start to do it more and more, it just gets a lot easier and you get faster at it. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys the inner corner. I'm going to take my gel liner again. So you're going to follow your natural lash line at the beginning. Okay, so next I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to extend the liner out a little bit. Alright, so just like that, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. So I'm going to do the other eye very quickly, and I think I'm going to do my foundation off camera. So I'm going to include my concealer as well, just so I can show you guys how I clean up the edge of the liner. I'm trying out the e.l.f. Camo concealer. So I'm going to take the same brush that I used to carve out my eyebrows with, and I'm going to create a straight line right underneath the liner. And then I'm going to drag it down and then buff it out with my beauty blender. So I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then I'll come back again to show you how to finish off the eyes. Alright, I'm back. So I'm just going to put some mascara on my lashes. So for lashes, I'm going to use these by AliExpress. These are in the style E07. And I'm actually going to take these and cut them in half. So I want to make sure that the lash is really going to accentuate the cat eye. So I just cut them and made them more of a half lash. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Very cute and very foxy. So I'm going to do the same to the other lash. Okay, so let's finish off the eyes. Okay, so I'm going to take the middle shade again, this one. And I'm going to sweep a very light amount on the outer half of my eyes. And I'm going to connect it to the wing that we did. And then I'm going to go back and use the flat brush and take some more of the dark brown. And I'm going to put this as close as possible to my lash line. And again, I'm only going to keep this on the outer half of my eye. And then same thing, connect it to the liner. And then I can't live without this, so I'm going to put this in my waterline. And then lastly, I'm going to apply some mascara. If you want to get a little more of that cat eye effect or the fox eye effect, then I would recommend to use a darker liner, especially here on the outer corner. You know what? I'm just going to do it because this is a fox eye tutorial. I would use a brown, but I don't have a brown, so I'm just going to use this black. And I'm just going to put this on the outer portion and a little bit on the bottom as well. Alright, so this is the completed look for the Fox Eye makeup tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.